Hello everybody, on today's discussion video I want to talk about the top 5 comic books you should be reading. Now this is my subscription. The last time I went to the comic shop, this was the subscription I picked up, and I'm going to go over the top 5 that you should be reading right now. There's a lot of comic books out there that you should be reading, and I'm going to go over what I feel is the top 5 out there right now. I mean, you got Avengers vs. X-Men, there's a bunch of stuff, but which comics are actually worth it? So I'm going to do a quick breakdown of the top 5 comics. Coming in at number 5 is Hell Yeah. It's produced by Image Comics. This just came out a couple months ago. This is issue 2. And I picked up issue 1 because I've been falling in love with Image Comics, because over at Image, creators have the right to do what they want. They have the free, the ability to do whatever they want with their characters. They're their characters. They can kill them, they can mutilate them, they can do whatever they want. It's not like they're corporate characters like Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, where they can't do anything with those characters. So I picked up Hell Yeah. It's a superhero comic where superheroes exist in the real world. This has a lot to do with time travel. It's about this one guy who he's dead in every dimension, and it's really it's kind of hard to explain. It's only been 2 issues, so the whole story hasn't been laid out, but it's very, very interesting, and you should at least pick up issue number 1 and just give it a read. Is it the best out there? No, but compared to a lot of stuff out there, Hell Yeah is actually really, really good. So pick up issue number 1, give it a read. If you're into superhero comics, it's worth picking up. It's better than anything that Marvel and DC is producing right now, Coming in at number 4 is Saga, written by Brian K. Vaughan. And Saga, people like to say it's a crossover between Star Wars and Romeo and Juliet, and it has liberties of all these different things. And I have issue 1 and issue 2 of Saga, and it's very, very weird. It's different. It does have, I don't catch the Star Wars references at all, except for the whole, there's this giant war going on between these different planets and so on, and these 2 lovers are caught up in the middle of it, and basically 2 people that shouldn't be in love are in love. And there's people with TV, like alien people that have TVs for heads, who are having sex, they're naked. Fiona Staples' art is amazing. Like, even on the cover, she's breastfeeding a baby, and the story is told through the sight of the baby. Like, the baby is telling the story. So it's kind of odd, but it's a really, really good story to get hooked on. So this is definitely pick this up. It's a good read. At number 3, for all you people that think I'm racist, Brian Michael Bendis, Ultimate Spider-Man. Yes, Miles Morales has kind of dropped the ball with Ultimate Spider-Man, yet Ultimate Spider-Man is the only comic book worth reading over in Marvel. Okay? Why? Because Brian Michael Bendis, as long as he stays on his book, Ultimate Spider-Man will always be the most interesting character in Marvel. Fucking Amazing Spider-Man. They're doing End of Earth. This story sucks. I'd rather see emo Miles Morales have conflict with his uncle Aaron and deal with that than put up with this fucking bullshit that they're doing in Amazing Spider-Man. So yeah. Coming at number 2 is my comic book that I've written and Andrew Rowan drew. This is available at Indie Planet for $2.50. Click the link underneath this video. I was just plugging this, guys. Really, this is not the top 5 you should be reading. But seriously though, you pick it up at Indie Planet. But really, number 2, The Walking Dead, written by one of 2 of my favorite writers. Okay, Brian Michael Bendis, my second favorite writer of all time. Robert Kirkman. Okay, Walking fucking Dead. There's not an issue of Walking Dead that comes out that isn't good. It just doesn't, okay? Every issue is good. I have read every issue up to this point, and The Walking Dead is constantly good. issue after issue after issue, where you get Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, you get a good issue, then 3 bad issues, then a good issue, then 4 bad issues. This is constantly good. Every single time. You need to put this in your subscription and read it. My #1 all-time comic you should be reading. You should be reading this comic because it's the greatest comic of all time. And yes, it's written by Robert Kirkman, because Robert Kirkman is a fucking genius. Invincible. Okay, now, after I finished Walking Dead, I read all Walking Dead in trade paperbacks until I got caught up and I started getting them in issue form. After that, I had nothing to do. So I was like, you know what? iFanboy.com talks about Invincible an awful lot. Let's pick up the first trade. I read all 15 trades in a month. This shit is epic. It says on top, it says the greatest superhero comic of all time. It is right. This comic is awesome. If you are a fan of Dragon Ball Z, Superman, like any superhero type stuff, this is what it's about. You know, this guy, Mark Grayson, who plays Invincible, he is an alien child. His father comes from an ultimate race, almost like the Saiyans. That's why I say it takes liberty from Dragon Ball Z. Almost like the Saiyans, where these people conquer every planet. This guy is sent to Earth to conquer Earth, but instead he has a kid in Mark Grayson. Now, he has this kid in order to raise him so he can take over Earth. Well, come to find out, his son finds out and they battle. His dad leaves the planet because he knows in order to take over Earth, he would have to kill his son. And that sets up the story for all 90-something issues that's going on right now. Right now, Mark Grayson is in a coma where he took this entire virus to kill his people and destroy Earth into his body. So he's laid out in a coma. This issue after issue after issue got better. And when Ryan Ottley took over the art, the comic just skyrocketed into a professionalism, because Cory Walker drew the first few issues, and you know, they were good. Thank God Robert Kirkman can write, but the art was horrible. When Ottley took over, the comic just blew up, and the story has everything from romance with Adam and Eve, with, you know, they have references to all comics, like they make fun of all kinds of stuff. Like in SpiderMan you have the rhino, and this one they have the elephant. You know, they reference everything in this comic. This is the best comic to get today. Pick it up, check it out. These are the top 5 comics you should be reading. I'm Storm Zink, and that's my opinion.